And welcome, folks. Today, we're discussing an incredibly insightful topic: Gottman's 7 principles for making marriage work. It's all about building lasting love, and I'm excited to dive in.
I'm definitely intrigued. So, why do relationships lose their spark in the first place? What's the core issue?
Well, according to Dr. Gottman's research, it's rarely one big thing. It's usually a combination of small things that accumulate over time, like a garden that's not tended to. Little weeds pop up, and if you don't take care of them, they take over.
That makes sense. So, it's about the accumulation of small neglects, not necessarily huge arguments?
Exactly. And Gottman can predict with over 90% accuracy whether a couple will stay together or divorce just by observing them for a few minutes. He looks for specific patterns and behaviors that either strengthen or erode relationships. The 7 principles are the antidote to those destructive patterns.
Wow, 90% accuracy is impressive. So, let's get into these principles. What's the first one?
The first principle is to build love maps. Think of it as knowing your partner's inner world. Do you know their stresses, their joys, their dreams? It's about having a rich understanding of their life.
A love map. I like that analogy. So, it's about being truly aware of your partner's internal landscape?
Precisely. When you have a detailed love map, you're better equipped to support them, connect with them, and show them love in ways that actually resonate. You're not just going through the motions, you're being intentional.
Got it. So, how do you actually build a love map? What are some practical steps?
Start asking questions. Make it a habit to check in with your partner about their inner world. Ask things like, "What's been on your mind lately?" or "What are you most excited about right now?" And here's the key: when they answer, really listen. Show genuine curiosity.
Okay, so it's about active listening and showing genuine interest. What's the second principle?
Principle number 2 is nurturing fondness and admiration. When that fundamental admiration for your partner erodes, everything else starts to crumble too.
That makes sense. I can see how a lack of respect could be a major issue. How do you nurture fondness and admiration?
Give genuine compliments, build them up in front of others, defend them when they're not around, show physical affection, and express gratitude for the things they do. All of these actions, in turn, strengthen the relationship and create a positive feedback loop.
So it's about actively expressing your appreciation and admiration. What's principle number 3?
Principle number 3 is turning towards instead of away. Throughout the day, partners make what Gottman calls bids for connection. These are small attempts to engage with each other.
Bids for connection? Interesting. Can you give me some examples?
Sure, it might be something like, "Hey, look at this funny video," or "How was your meeting?" Or even just a touch on the shoulder as you walk by. When your partner makes one of these bids, you have 3 options: turn toward, turn away, or turn against.
And turning toward is the key, right?
Exactly. Gottman found that couples who stayed married turned toward each other 86% of the time. Couples who divorced, only 33% of the time. It's about making your partner feel like they matter, like their attempts to connect with you are welcome, not burdensome.
That's a huge difference. Okay, what's principle number 4?
Principle number 4 is accepting influence. This is about power dynamics in relationships. Gottman found that in stable, happy marriages, both partners are willing to be influenced by each other.
So it's about shared power and being open to your partner's opinions?
Yes, refusing to be influenced sends a clear message: my way is the right way. Your opinions don't matter as much as mine. I'm not willing to meet you halfway. That's not a partnership. That's a dictatorship.
I see. That makes a lot of sense. What about principle number 5?
Principle number 5 is solving your solvable problems. Gottman distinguishes between solvable and perpetual problems. Solvable problems are situational and can be resolved with communication and compromise.
And what are some examples of solvable problems?
Things like who does which household chores, how to budget for a vacation, or what time to put the kids to bed. These might cause conflict, but they're not deeply rooted in fundamental differences in personality or values.
Okay, so they're more practical issues. How do you solve them effectively?
Gottman outlines 5 steps. Soften your startup, learn to make and receive repair attempts. Soothe yourself and each other, compromise, and be tolerant of each other's faults.
Those sound like valuable steps. What's principle number 6?
Principle number 6 is overcoming gridlock. This is about managing perpetual problems, the issues that never really go away because they're rooted in fundamental differences between partners.
So these are the tough ones. What are some examples of perpetual problems?
Things like lifestyle preferences, core values, or personality traits. One partner might be an extrovert who loves socializing, while the other is an introvert who needs lots of alone time. These aren't problems that can be solved in the traditional sense because they're about who you fundamentally are.
So, how do you overcome gridlock if you can't solve the problem?
You focus on understanding the dreams behind the conflict. Often, gridlock occurs because beneath the surface issue, there's an unfulfilled dream or a deeply held value that feels threatened. The goal is dialogue, not resolution.
That's a helpful perspective. What's the final principle?
The final principle is creating shared meaning. This is about building a life together that's bigger than just the sum of two individuals. It's about creating rituals, traditions, goals, and values that are uniquely yours as a couple.
So, it's about building a shared identity and purpose?
Exactly. It's about being a team, a unit, a partnership with its own identity. They're not just two people who happen to live in the same house.
This has been incredibly insightful. Thank you for breaking down these principles.
Now, you're welcome. It's all about putting these principles into practice, having conversations with your partner, being vulnerable, and being willing to grow together. A thriving relationship isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about being willing to do the work with the person you've chosen. All right, that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, folks. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.